We're here today at City Hall for the launch of our strategy for the tidal River Thames, Thames Vision 2050. We have all of our partners who are key to shaping that strategy over the past 2 years, joining us to celebrate the launch of the Thames Vision.
Thames Vision 2050 is all about ambition. It's about bringing together those stakeholders, those organisations and people who love the river behind an ambitious set of goals. Trading Thames is about the role of the Thames as a trading hub. So London is the UK's biggest port. A lot of people don't know that. And it's by far the busiest inland waterway in the UK. And there's huge opportunity to grow that and to be on a pathway to a bigger port, a more sustainable port, and also to see a real revolution in the use of the river for freight.
And I think what's really important and really significant within the trading vision is the fact that it talks about putting that growth and that potential within a much more sustainable perspective, and at the same time creating huge amounts of social value as well as the economic value that trade more directly brings.
We recognise the importance of the Thames as part of London, as part of its future as well as its past, and making sure that it is again an economic artery, but crucially this time an artery that doesn't contribute to environmental degradation. Quite the reverse, actually plays an active part in reducing our carbon emissions and greening our city. This is a really exciting project.
Destination Thames is the role of the River Thames as a magnet for people, for visitors, for tourists internationally and domestically, for those who want to come down to the river and enjoy water sports or to use the towpath, and for those who just want to enjoy the open space. And we play a role with lots of other partners in promoting both tourist services on the river and marketing the river and all alongside it for sport, recreation and enjoyment.
So I'm the sports manager at the PLA and have set up a partnership programme called Active Thames, which I'm super excited about. And we have partners such as Active Essex, British Canoeing, lots of different people and clubs involved in that joining us today.
Natural Thames is about really sustaining that ecosystem, and very importantly that commits us to a clean Thames. And that's not cleaner, it's clean. We want to see a zero plastic, zero sewage, zero pollution Thames by 2050. And that's something I think the whole community really wants to get behind.
This new vision from the PLA is super important because it aligns with the UK's net zero 2050 target. And that is to avoid the UK and the rest of the world from suffering the worst consequences of climate change, which is the greatest threat that all of us face.
As part of the launch of the Thames Vision, we're also launching a poem called This River, curated by poet Laurie Bolger, with the voices of the young people who work on the river and are part of the present and the future, who have all been part of that creative process.
I kind of took various workshops of writing with the participants and took different lines that they wrote and different ideas and put them together in a poem, which I was praying that was well received, and it's come out beautifully.
No body of water carries stories quite like this one.
The river brings us closer to the bits that matter. Keeps us all moving, these memories and metal.
Limestone gold.
Blue mind. Wolf rust red.
In the first shrieks of winter, when the river is a pitch black fridge.
My one is all about blue mind, so it's the idea of being near, in, around water makes you significantly more happier, and it's really good for your mental health.
I thought it would be a good experience, to be fair. I've never done nothing like that before on the camera, so I thought it was something new.
I really enjoyed the filming aspects. I loved being by the river and seeing the whole piece come together.
Because then it just shows how we all come together and each of our different roles on the river.
Thames Vision 2050 gives us that set of goals that we can all gather behind, and we're really keen that any organisation that's got a project that's going to improve the Thames, come and talk to us, because we'll be able to find out whether we're responsible or whoever else is, and really make the Thames a better place.
It's essential to have partnership to deliver a vision for the Thames that delivers on prosperity and sustainability. We have to involve everyone, not just the GLA, not just the PLA, not just TfL, but communities, citizens, charities, workshops. A whole variety of active citizenry needs to be involved in this project for it to work.
I just really want people to appreciate and understand how epic this river is. There's so much to unpack of it, the history of it, the mudlarking to do with it, you know. The animals that are in it, it's amazing.
The most exciting part of the vision for me is the idea of using the river itself much more effectively, both as a means of conveying people, particularly those walking and cycling to their destinations, conveying freight and also conveying materials back to places where they can be recycled and reused, so that we not only create a net zero London, but a zero waste London as well.
What I really want people to leave today is thinking, first of all, we've really celebrated a milestone. We've really celebrated achieving this ambitious set of goals which we're all behind. That's the first thing. The second is, what can we do to help deliver it? Because we've all seen strategies that sit on shelves. We don't want that. We want an action plan that's live and deliverable, and we see things happening out on the river from now.